Welcome back, everybody, to Fans of Something Live 19. Holy crap.
It's almost 20.
We're almost at 20. It is what? Today is Thursday? Thursday, February 9th, 8:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're coming to you live from Savannah, Georgia.
That we are.
One of the up-and-coming places. I mean, they're actually filming a John Bernthal movie here in town. I was lucky enough to meet the guy. Also, Nick Offerman is in the movie. The guy from The Last of Us, Bill from The Last of Us, he's in the movie, so he's theoretically in town. So that'd be kind of cool to run into him.
Yeah, he's probably gonna. What if he shows up at our Starbucks?
Yeah, what if he does? I'm taking a photo.
That'd be funny.
And who else is in the movie? Oh, Connie Nielsen from 1 Hour Photo is in the movie. The mom from 1 Hour Photo, she's in the movie. I think it's called on the like the places like that they send the extras. It's Origins is what it's called, but I think online, because I think Origins is the working title. Online, it's going by Caste, C-A-S-T-E. And it's based on a novel or something like an autobiography, something like that. I don't know. But anyways, Savannah, Georgia, that's where we're coming to you from. But you already knew that. Our guest is coming to you from New York City.
That's pretty cool.
One of the most magical places in the world. Have you ever been to New York City?
I have been in New York City.
What do you think of it? And don't sugarcoat it because we have the guest here.
If I'm being quite honest.
Yeah, be honest.
I was small.
Oh, so you don't even really have a...
No, but I can say that I've been. I can say that I've been.
Nice. Yeah, that's sort of like
not in the last decade.
That's sort of like me with Vegas. Like, why was I in Vegas when I was 13, 14?
Oh, I was in
that makes no sense.
New York for a wedding. Because I was in the wedding. I was a flower girl.
But I have been to New York in my actual later years of life, and it's a phenomenal city. So I don't think we've had anyone on directly in New York City. And I'm pretty sure Tracy's in New York City. So we will ask when she hops in here. But first, before we bring her in here, let's see who's hopping in and joining us tonight, saying hey to everybody. Faithful Adrian James.
Hello.
What's going on, Adrian?
Half hour early.
I know. I love it. Hey, Every. How's it going tonight? Tony, you're getting lazier and lazier with your words here, but it's all good, man, because we love you. We got Mama Blu-ray.
Mommy, you're early today.
Mama Blu-ray's great. We love her. Dude Who Loves Movies, one of our great mods. What's going on, Cody? Don't forget to roundhouse kick the like button. Definitely. Hey, Ed, Haley, and Nerdy Film Girl. So her name is actually Tracy, in case anyone does not know that. It's in the banner once that gets rocking and rolling, which I guess we should probably just get that thing going. There we go. So now you know her name. It's right there in the banner.
Oh, Laren knew it.
Yep. Laren knows everything.
Everything.
Boom. And everybody's saying hey to everybody. God, I love it so much. Eddie, you're wearing a Happy Gilmore shirt? I am. Yeah. I was going through the closet. I was like, what haven't I worn in a while? Happy Gilmore. So yeah, I know I probably should have, but wait, I wore the concert during the Sandler stream. So I wore the Adam Sandler shirt. But yeah, I have a few Adam Sandler shirts in the closet. All right, cool. We'll let the chat keep building up as we go along here. But we're going to bring in our guest tonight, our 19th guest here on FOS Live. She is a up-and-coming YouTuber. She has a really cool channel that I found through recommendations just on YouTube, how it just recommends and keeps throwing stuff in your face.
That YouTube algorithm.
That good old algorithm. So I clicked on it, watched some stuff, and I was like, get her on. Boom. So that's how that worked. So if you have not heard of Nerdy Film Girl, well, first of all, you will after tonight. And second of all, her info is in the description box. You just click that little takes you right over. And you can check out her content and sub if you want, do all that stuff you do with YouTube. And we're going to hang out with her tonight for, some time here tonight. So let's bring in, we got to get the sound effect going, make sure that's going. Cool. There we go. Live from New York. It's Nerdy Film Girl.
Hi.
Boom.
Was that the drum roll?
That is the drum roll sound effect, and that was my best SNL voice.
I'm a huge SNL fan, so that was perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, hold on. And I got to change the background. There we go. Cool. All right. So you are in the heart of New York City, yes?
Yes.
Where are you coming to us from? Like, don't give us your exact address, obviously, but
no. I'm in the Upper East Side, in Manhattan. So
okay.
Yeah.
How far are you from what's behind us here, Times Square?
Not far. I mean, so I actually work at a restaurant as well, and that restaurant is more Midtown, which is closer to Times Square. So that's kind of I'd say about a 15 to 20 minute, sometimes half hour commute. But my neighborhood is like it's much more quieter. Like it's not as
Good.
crazy and chaotic and hectic. So I only really go to the theater district, like Times Square or Midtown, if I'm going to work or like going to see like a play or something, because it gets really insane.
Yeah, no, I bet. Man,
Yeah.
I'm so jealous that you just have that luxury at your disposal. Oh, maybe I want to go see a Broadway show.
Yeah.
Come
On a
on up, you
Saturday.
guys, and I'll take you guys out on the town sometime.
It's so magical. Like I was like when we were communicating back and forth, the last time I was there was it had to be at least 10 years ago, 2012, somewhere in that ballpark.
That's
So
Yeah.
I'm
more
sure
than 10 years ago.
I'm sure a lot's changed since I've been there, but
Yeah. It's just there's so much so many apartment buildings are just constantly being built, and I don't know. I think there's been some really positive improvements with like public transportation and stuff, and I don't know. People are trying to just upkeep the city as much as possible. So a lot more bike lanes for bicyclists. That used to not be a thing, because I remember I used to intern here when I was like 21. And then I came back to do that again and like did a lot of PA work. So that was when I was like 20. I'm 35, so that's like 10 years ago. And they didn't have all these bike lanes for the cyclists, and now they do, and it's great, because I mean all the delivery. And not just for food, like people kind of expect here that if you order something from like Best Buy or even like Sephora or something, and you're on like a deadline, like you can order instantly and it shows up at your apartment in like a half hour, which is crazy. But it's all these guys on bikes, and so it's a lot safer for them to have these lanes.
Wait, so you said that you had interned, before. So you didn't grow up in New York.
I was born here, and then my parents moved us to like the central New Jersey area, kind of like in between New Brunswick and Princeton. And I know that probably means nothing to you, but it's not that far to access the city. It's probably only like a 45-minute train ride, if that makes sense.
You said you were interning for...
Oh, yeah. So I did intern for the Weinstein Company, and I know it's like you don't want to talk about that anymore, but I worked mostly for Bob under him, and he was running the Dimension side mostly, because it was like the Weinstein Company and Dimension Films, and they were both run by both brothers. But Dimension does a lot of horror stuff, which I know you're a big fan of, Haley. So and then at the time, the company, like the Weinstein Company in general at the time, was kind of going not out of business, but they weren't doing well financially. And it was right around when Inglourious Bastards came out, which I was there for, and I saw like all the marketing and stuff. And that movie like made so much money for them. And that's one of my I think it might be my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. But in general, that's kind of, where the company was at. And then all the scandal happened, and Me Too came out, and now we don't like to talk about him anymore. So,
well, I mean, it's safe to say you were working under Bob, like how you said.
Yeah.
Thankfully, nothing came about with you personally.
Yeah, and I don't really think anything was going on with interns. I think it was mostly probably with actors, and which is not the best, but well, I was much lower on the food chain. I would just like read scripts all day, and you have to give script coverage of like what you thought about the script, and then sometimes you'd read scripts that other companies were producing, like Orphan. I read that script before that came out, and I realized they changed it dramatically because I saw it in theaters, because I was like, oh, I read that script. I'm gonna check it out, and then they really dialed down what originally was in that. But I learned a lot from reading so many scripts, and that was great, and just being around the office-y part of the business. So
yeah. Now you were mentioning something that made me think of this, and just want to talk about it, see if you know anything about it. This movie, Premium Rush.
Yes, I've never seen it, and I heard it's really good.
It is so good, and it's literally what you're talking about, the the dudes that run around on bicycles all day.
Yeah, I'm gonna write this down because I have to
Yes.
remember.
It is such a good movie. It's called Premium Rush. And that's obviously Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's also got, I think Michael Shannon is the villain.
Oh, I love him. He's my favorite.
Oh, he's so good.
I love him so much.
They got a couple other ones on here. Yeah, there it is right there. And I forget who this is. I know. Do you know who this is?
No, unfortunately not. No,
Yeah.
I know them though. They're
So this is a fun. Have you seen this movie? No. Oh my God, it's underrated. Not a lot of people know about this movie. But it's basically just about this dude, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who that's his job. He runs around and he somehow gets caught up in Michael Shannon's shenanigans. And say that 5 times fast. Michael Shannon's shenanigans.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's from David Koepp. He's mostly like known as the writer of Jurassic Park and all that stuff. But he did Secret Window with Johnny Depp.
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a phenomenal movie. And I saw this. I don't know if I saw it in New York, but I saw it in the theater. I want to say it might have been in New York when it came out. But
that's cool.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Chat room, anybody seen this movie? Let us know. Premium Rush. I think it's 2012 is when it came out, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
But no, it's a good dramatization. You know, like I don't know that it's necessarily as chaotic as the movie portrays it, but I can definitely understand. Like when I watched it, I was like, I don't know how these guys do this. This is just like insanely dangerous.
I know. And they have city bikes all over the place. So you can like rent it like with your app or your card, and you can take a bike from point A to point B wherever you want. I've only done that in Central Park because I personally don't feel comfortable riding a bike in these streets yet. But no, so but I did hear like during the pandemic, I wasn't living here during the pandemic, but a lot of my friends that were, they said that was the best time to feel comfortable because there was no traffic. So you could just get a city bike and go all around the island, and it was like a crazy time. So
that's so nice,
right? New York is literally its own universe. Like there's the world, but then inside of the world is New York City in its own little bubble. And oh my, it's amazing. So I'm going to highlight you here. So, cause I know sometimes this freaks some people out. You're going to become full screen. Okay. We're going to go away. Just let everyone in the chat room know that might not know who you are, your channel, what it is that you want to do on the channel, whatever you want to talk about with Nerdy Film Girl. Just the floor is yours for a second here. We're just going to make you full screen.
Okay. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I have just been a movie fan and just lover of film for my whole life. And my greatest passion is making movies. Like my ultimate dream is to direct a feature. I've worked on a couple screenplays of my own, but like nothing has ever really full on come to fruition just because I'm doing a lot of eggs in different baskets or whatever that saying is. So it's like, but it's like one step at a time. In the meantime, I love talking about movies. And during the pandemic, I decided to start a channel, and my boyfriend, Max, frequented on it. And I kind of just let it go after a certain point, and like things started getting back to normal. And then I moved and it just got kind of crazy. So I'd say only about like a month and a half ago, I started posting again. It's probably just a month actually, because I think there's only like 3 or 4 videos I've posted since. And I really want to just like give it like a full on shot this time. So I've been trying to be consistent, and I know like the YouTube Shorts thing is a new thing, and I'm, seeing what the YouTube landscape is these days. But yeah, I just love movies and love, talking about it. And I'm so happy that you guys invited me. So thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I love the passion, and I love a good not that it is, but it sounds like a redemption story. Like you tried YouTube and then it kind of went away. So now you're trying to resurrect it in a way. So
yeah.
It's really cool. And how you keep referencing the pandemic. So something that was like really bad for a lot of people turned out to somewhat be kind of like
A new beginning.
a new beginning for you.
Yeah, and I think I saw that for a few friends of mine, and it's almost like it was like a pause button, and then everyone wound up in a totally different scenario and lifestyle after the fact. And I like obviously like I don't wish death upon anyone. I don't wish a pandemic or tragedy, but there have been instances of like where like it kind of changed a lot of people's lives for the better. In a way, we all just took a breath, and we were able to really like, what am I doing? What do I want to do? You had free time. You didn't have to like be on the clock somewhere instantly, so,
It worked out. It worked
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So one of the things, I think your most recent video is you going to, and this is going to excite you, going to the Guillermo del Toro museum. Is that what it is?
Well, it's the Museum of Modern Art, the MoMA, they have, because it's till April, a Guillermo del Toro exhibit. It's mostly focusing on Pinocchio.
Okay.
So all the little figurines and all that stuff. They have a few things from his other films, but not. It's mostly the Pinocchio exhibit. It was amazing.
I still have yet to see that Pinocchio, but I'm a huge Guillermo del Toro fan. Period.
And that's on
You'll
Netflix,
love it.
Right? That's on Netflix. Okay.
Yeah, you'll love it if you love Guillermo del Toro. It's a very serious film, so I don't think it's just like this. I mean, it's Guillermo del Toro, so everything he does is definitely on the darker side and more serious. So I think you'll like it.
What are the odds? Like, why does that always happen in, we'll say Hollywood, but when I say Hollywood, I think of like, I don't know. Why does that happen in movies where some years happen and you get two of the same movie or two of the similar kinds of movies? Why did we get two Pinocchios?
No, we got like three.
We got three Pinocchios?
There's one that no one knows about. Well, I've seen other YouTubers talk about it because it's so bad. And it's with Pauly Shore, and it's like some Russian company. Right, Haley? Yeah, it's a trip.
No, it also has like not Tom Hanks or Tom Kenny or somebody else.
The voice of SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Well, Tom Hanks is in the Disney one.
Yeah, the
So
Robert
right,
Zemeckis.
yes.
Yeah.
But oh god, who else is in that stupid one?
I don't know. I don't think I know any of them except for Pauly Shore, and it's bizarre. So
Okay,
yeah.
Well, then that's taking my example to the extreme. Usually it's only two. Like you'll get the Prestige and the Illusionist. You'll get Armageddon, Deep Impact. Wow, we got three Pinocchios last year.
All called.
I know.
All Pinocchio. Wow.
It's like White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen. Like,
yes. Why?
We had two Truman Capote movies in 1 year.
Oh my God.
Why?
And I'm assuming Pauly Shore aside, like let's not even actually talk about that. I'm assuming, have you seen the other one, the Robert Zemeckis?
I heard it was so bad.
So you just stayed away.
That's the Disney one, right?
And it's a shame because the trailer's really good. But I don't think there's one person on the planet that thinks it's good. And I've just heard it's the original animated film is better. Yeah. So.
Well, the thing that like makes me weirded out about it is the lighting. Like it's so overexposed.
Yeah.
And like uncanny.
I agree.
It's just really weird, like weird on the eyes.
But like another difference between those two is the Disney one, because I haven't seen either. So the Disney one, to my understanding, is a mix of live action and animation, and the Guillermo one is completely animated.
So the Guillermo one is stop animation, like Fantastic Mr. Fox or like Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay. And then the Disney one is full on. Actually, that's a really good point. I think
right. Because Tom Hanks is real. Tom Hanks is real.
Yeah, I like want to see if I can just get it like a screenshot of that because I don't know why I thought it was all CGI, but you're right. It's a mix of live action.
Yeah. Chat room, let us know. Are you a fan of this new Pinocchio that came out?
But is the fact that we got three Pinocchios just like a nail in the coffin that we're out of ideas?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't have minded a straight adaptation of the Disney one if it had been done well.
I think that's what they thought they were doing, right? With the Tom Hanks one. I mean, and like, come on, Tom Hanks, like he's a Disney legend. Like, and you got.
Oh, sorry.
Good.
Speaking of Tom Hanks and Disney, I'm pretty sure this just got announced like today. Toy Story 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
Tim Allen tweeted about it. Yeah.
Well, good that he's, in the wake of his Pamela Anderson thing, good that he's still Buzz. Like I was actually worried when I saw that there, like, cause I saw the Tim Allen verified thing and I was reading it and for a second, my mind was going, oh no, he's going to announce Toy Story 5, but that he's not coming back as Buzz.
Right. Yeah.
And luckily enough, that's not what's happening as far as I know. He is still Buzz. Chris Evans is not Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah. I didn't see that, by the way. Did you guys see Lightyear?
No, we watched the other one. We watched the other one, Turning Red.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
So you liked it? You liked it?
I didn't think it was terrible. I mean, I don't think Pixar could like put out a movie that I would just like hate.
It's a weaker though, Pixar.
Yeah,
right?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the boy band stuff was hilarious, but maybe that's because I grew up in the era with like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and that was like, they kind of nailed that because they did put it in like the exact year that I was in middle school. So maybe I thought it was like from a nostalgic era, like aspect, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fully agree with you. Like because that was Pixar, right? Or was that Disney?
Yeah.
That was Pixar. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, to me, like Soul blew my, I love that movie.
Soul is not only my favorite Pixar, it's my all-time favorite animated movie.
I cried so much.
Yeah. I don't, if you don't get at least teary-eyed, I don't necessarily know that you have the ability
that you have a soul
to be a human. I don't know that exists for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Soul is so good. Trying to catch up on the chat here. Talk about a hole-in-one. Yes, for the shirt. Adrian, I've got Avatar on at the moment. Tracy, thoughts on Avatar?
Oh, okay. So I didn't rewatch the first one to see this one. I just was like, well, I remember the first one, I mean, it was technologically astounding at the time, and even though the story was like kind of weak, it didn't really affect me. Like I still liked it back then, but I knew like going into this one, I didn't really have to rewatch it, even though I think it's probably a good thing to do. I thought it was absolutely incredible. I have to say though that HFR, like the 48 frames a second thing, I can't stand it, and it made the whole film be like too much. And again, it's like 3 hours and 12 minutes. So I don't know. Did you guys see it yet?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
What did you think about the frame rate? Well, maybe you guys didn't see it in that weird frame rate.
I don't know.
Well, what format did you watch it in? IMAX?
Yeah, IMAX. Yeah.
See, we watched it in just a regular theater.
So you might have gotten just the right, like you might have gotten the just normal 24.
If it was high frame rate, I didn't pick up on anything that like looked abnormal to me.
It did look a little smoother, but nothing to where I was like, ew, I can't watch it.
We'll see. But now I'm worried because we have tickets for tomorrow to Titanic, and apparently that's also in a new, like a higher frame rate. Apparently.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm a little worried about that.
Honestly, some people love it because oh my God, Peter Jackson did it with The Hobbit. So when he put those out, it kind of just makes it look like everyone's on a set. Like it kind of makes it look like a documentary or like a reality TV type of vibe. But with the 3D plus it being so emotionally like, I mean, during that whale scene, like I could not stop crying. Like I was just taken aback by that so much. But I was really happy that, the villains at the end, like when the whale starts like destroying them and like going over the boat, like I was like, yes, because I hated these assholes,
Yeah. Oh my God, rips the guy's arm off.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal for a TV
yes.
I was like, God, go get it, James.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad it's nominated for Best Picture. I mean, I think besides visual effects, it doesn't really deserve to win anything. Like it's not going to win Best Picture, but it deserves to be acknowledged,
Oh, like I agree. The fact that it's cool because Avatar got nominated for Best Picture, so I like that it was good enough in their eyes to be like, all right, well, let's give it another nomination. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
I personally am in the band, like the camp that I prefer the first one, and I think that it was just it's a good standalone story, and because Cameron's my all-time favorite filmmaker, so I'm really upset that he's dedicating all his life to Avatar. I really think he could broaden his horizons and try new things. Like there was this like script that I thought he was turning into something like called The Confidentials or something. Like it was a book, and he was like attached to direct it, but obviously he's not doing it because like it just made me go, man, we're missing out on like something like True Lies again that he could do.
Yeah, I agree. I was kind of, when he announced that after the first Avatar, I think he said something like, I don't envision myself making a film ever again that's not in Pandora or something like that. Or like, you know, and I was like, really? You know, but the underwater shots were amazing. I will say that.
Yeah.
In the new one, but.
And I mean, I'll always go and see him. I'll always go.
Yeah. And he's such a huge environmentalist. So maybe he feels like it's like his last like message to bring as a filmmaker. I don't know.
Yeah. But we did just watch tonight before we came on here. We watched Deep Sea Challenge. That was like a documentary he did where he went to the bottom of the Marianas Trench.
Oh, yes. That was after Titanic, right? And then he kept doing ocean exploration, like deep
ocean
dives.
stuff. Yeah, this was around 2012 he did this.
Okay, that's awesome.
Right around that re-release of Titanic in 2012.
Yeah, that's really cool. I got to check those out.
It's a great documentary. Since Tracy's in New York City and loves SNL, has she ever been?
No, it's actually really hard. And I have, I made it a point to go see, so I went to Jon Stewart's show that is on Apple, and I went to Seth Meyers, and then I think that's it as far, I mean, I haven't really like cared to do any of the others. I do want to do John Oliver because I love him. But so like SNL is like so hard because they announce it in August on like one Monday. And you have to email them and say why you want to come, and then they like close it, and then they'll like let you know. And it's
wait, seriously, you have to say why you want to come?
Because I want
to. They say it doesn't affect it, but I'm pretty sure it does. And I wrote like a really nice thing, but they're bombarded with like hundreds of thousands of emails, and I think it's just they probably just choose the first. I don't know, however many. I mean, it's crazy.
I want to go to see if the toilets are clean. Like what? What? I want to go because
it's SNL and
it's
I want to
SNL.
go.
It's legendary. It's all this stuff. Geez, I wonder why I want to go.
I know. I mean, I will say when I went to see Seth Meyers, his theater is like right next to SNL. So we walked down the same hallway that you would go to see SNL. And then I noticed like Lorne Michaels was walking around the whole time, and I could see him from the top, and I was like, it's Lorne Michaels, and he's drinking his white wine, and like, you know, actually you're an Adam Sandler fan, right? So, okay. The SNL 40th anniversary, he and the kid from Lonely Island, they did that song, That's When You Break. And then they do this whole, like the bridge is all about Lorne, and it's one of my favorite songs.
Yes. Are you talking Andy Samberg?
Yes, Andy Samberg. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like That's When You Break, and then like it's kind of showing cast members throughout the years when they just like start laughing, but then the bridge is just all about Lorne Michaels, and it's hilarious. So
I feel like you showed me that.
I might have shown that to you. Yeah, I love when they poke fun. Sandler likes to poke fun at Lorne Michaels, like with the "I Was Fired" song.
I
And,
was not rehired.
it's so good. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, are you a Sandler fan?
I am. Yes.
Yeah.
I just watched your the top 5 Sandler. I watched that. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. That was a really awesome video, by the way. I loved that.
Thank you. Yeah. So what is your do you agree with the group? Like 5 out of those 9 or 8 people were like Billy Madison's my all-time
It was like
favorite.
7 out of 9.
Yeah, I think what everyone said rang pretty true. So I have a really unpopular opinion, and I know for a fact it's because I saw it at the wrong like I saw it way too late. And it's Punch Drunk Love, and I love Paul Thomas Anderson, and I'm not saying I don't like the movie. I just wasn't like blown away, but I know it's because I watched it for the first time like 3 years ago. So like if I had watched it closer when it like you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes films like it's like mind blowing to people because they haven't seen anything like that before. And you know, I don't think the film is flawed. Like I don't think there's a problem. It's just the experience wasn't like, you know.
Mhm.
But I probably would have felt that way if I had seen it, you know, 15, 20 years ago. So
Yeah. So wait, you're saying that is your favorite Adam Sandler?
no, I'm just saying like it's not it wouldn't have made my personal top 5
Oh,
just
okay.
because of that. But it's not that I don't think it's good though. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But some people think it's like the best Paul Thomas Anderson movie ever, best everything. And like everyone's totally entitled to their opinion. I think that's what's great about movies. Like I never get upset, like really I'll have like an instant shock if someone says they hate a movie that I loved, but I'm never going to be like, oh my God, like, how could you like hate that? It's the best thing ever. You know, it's like, well, maybe it wasn't, you weren't feeling it that day. Or like, you know, so many different things change the way you experience watching a film. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. No, like that movie, I showed that to you.
Yes.
Yes. So that, oh my God, like, do you remember like, cause it's just filled with Paul Thomas Anderson things like
Yeah.
that don't make sense necessarily to the story.
Yeah.
Like there's just moments of pure silence. And then all of a sudden a car's like flipping across the screen. And like, that's what I love about the movie. It's so, and it's playing on Adam's, you know, at that time, what he was known for, these loud, obnoxious, kind of violent characters. So it's kind of playing off of that. I absolutely adore Punch Drunk Love. Maybe like, I don't know, like now, like maybe about a year from now, try to give it another chance.
I'll give it another chance. I will.
It's so
I
good.
will. And
So
I
what
love
is your
Paul Thomas
favorite?
Anderson. I'm so sorry. What did you say?
Oh, I was just gonna say. So, what is your favorite Sandler?
Is it Billy Madison?
Mm.
Because like that's what everyone agreed on that night, pretty much.
That's really up there. I really love Big Daddy.
Not because New York.
Click is great. There was something. Oh, actually, there was one movie that I don't really think anyone brought up, and it's not my favorite. But I was surprised it wasn't in the conversation. And maybe it was, and I just missed it because I was getting ready for work. But I thought I was paying attention mostly. And that was and this is not my favorite, but Funny People. Did you guys talk about Funny People?
Not a single person brought up Funny People. No.
Okay, I was really surprised, and I think the biggest problem with Funny People is the third act when it gets into the like love triangle thing. But for the first 2 acts, like I loved it. I loved the whole stuff about comedians, and I thought he was amazing in it.
Yeah, no, that's a Judd Apatow movie. Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin, that guy. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think if we were doing a top 10, it's in my top 10.
Okay. Yeah.
I really like Funny People.
Yeah.
Last time I went to New York, I went and saw The Lion King, Aladdin, and Rocky on Broadway. It was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Rocky, I remember, was there when I was there because it was like brand new or something, Rocky, when I was there. And it was known for like the stage would tilt up so that you could see the boxing ring or something like that. Like it wasn't a flat boxing ring and then you're in the audience. The stage, like to my understanding, tilted up a little bit.
So the idea of Rocky on Broadway is funny.
Yeah. The idea of Rocky Balboa on Broadway.
They're doing Back to the Future. That's coming soon.
They're turning everything. The only one that makes sense to me right now is La La Land. They're turning that into.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
That one makes sense, and we might have to go.
Yes.
I'm
taking you guys to see La La Land. That's it. Done deal.
Is that Michael Jackson show going?
Yeah, I saw it. It's so good.
It's good.
It's so much better than you'd think it would be. It's fantastic. Like my boyfriend's a huge Michael Jackson fan, so I took him last year for his birthday, and it's just a party the whole time. The dancing's amazing. The guy that played Michael Jackson wound up winning the Tony Award. Yeah, it's so good. And like the restaurant I work at is like near there, and everyone that comes in, they come with their playbills and they're like, "Oh my God, it was so good." I'm like, "I know."
It's a shame they didn't get that guy to do, but it makes sense. The Lionsgate movie that they're doing with but they actually got his actual nephew. So that's cool. They're keeping it in the family. But I honestly thought this guy was going to be kind of fast tracked to play Michael in the big movie.
Oh yeah, that would have made sense. I actually don't even know who they cast for the film.
It's Michael's real nephew, Jafar Jackson.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's incredible.
they're keeping it in the family, and that was probably one of the rules from the estate. It was sort of like you can't cast anyone that's not an actual Jackson. So
Yeah.
'cause they
no,
are
that's
they are pretty
cool.
stiff. Hi, all must be hi all. Oh, hi all. It must be cold in Fans of Something's apartment. They both got hats on. Eric, we always have hats on, man.
Yeah.
The heck?
My hair just doesn't
I have a
look
hat on too. We're doing the hat. It's hat night.
It's hat
hat
night.
night.
Yeah.
Luke Pano, what's going on, guys? Hope all is well. What's going on, Luke? We got Judd, old faithful Judd.
Hello.
Nice. Heard The Lion King was awesome. Yep.
It is.
All three shows were amazing. Yeah. Oh, Broadway's magical. What's everyone's favorite era of SNL? For me, 90s, but I also love 70s and some of the 80s. Anybody? I don't really have a favorite era.
I don't either. I heard this theory that your favorite era is the era of your adolescence, I guess, when you watched it. And then it's like people have that mindset of like, well, it's never going to be that again, you know? I don't feel that way. And I will say that this past it's a half season, I guess, because they do like the fall and then they do the winter into spring. The past 3 episodes have been hilarious. The Aubrey Plaza episode, I don't know if you guys watch White Lotus, but she was fantastic. And they just had Pedro from it was so good. He cracked me up so much.
Yeah, the Wingstop episode was pretty funny. Like the Wingstop commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I just like any skit that has Bill Hader.
Oh yeah, Bill Hader.
Him.
Okay, so that's the real question, Laren. Not what's our favorite era. Who's our favorite cast member?
Oh, that's
Bill
tough.
Hader.
It's Bill Hader's up there. Bill Hader's an all-timer. Yeah.
Yeah. I love him. I love Dana Carvey. Obviously Mike Myers.
I feel like, okay, so really talking about eras, whenever Keenan leaves, that's the end of an era.
That's the end of SNL,
Dude.
actually.
There's a photo when he first joined, and the cast that was on when he joined would blow your mind because it's like, I mean, it almost feels like 2 or 3 generations ago.
Yeah.
Like you guys should look it up at some point. It's crazy to see him in his first season and see who he was with.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Everyone's escaping me at this moment, but I remember like seeing it. I was like, oh my god. So.
Let's see here. Keenan's first season. Oh, it's gonna bring up that stupid show he did, SNL. Keenan first season SNL.
Yeah, there might be a list or something, but it's
Oh, is this it?
it's some of the old timers for sure, like a couple.
That's not it. It might not. Oh, is this it?
That's the same picture.
That's the same
Just
picture.
exaggerated.
Man, it's hard to find this.
Well, look up the season. Like, what was his first season? And then look up the cast photo.
Oh, that's a really good. Yeah, really, that makes sense.
Cast photo. Let's see if that works.
No, not like that, dummy. Like, what was Keenan's first season? Like, go to the Google search. That's the same photo. Go to the Google search.
I don't feel like going through all that. I don't feel like going through all that. Yeah,
I know it was like the first Debbie Downer sketch with what's her name? Like she oh my god, Rachel Dratch. I think she was Debbie Downer. That was which is considered like a very old sketch. Like that was like during his first season. So I just remember that for sure.
You're enjoying your day, everything's going your way, then along comes Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
Who else? Who's like an underrated SNL person? People that we always acclaim these people, but like underrated.
I mean, underrated.
Oh, what the heck was her name? Melissa Senor? Melissa Villasenor?
Yeah, she's great.
She's talented beyond SNL. She has like a recording, like she makes music that's really good. Yeah, she was good. She left, I think, a season or 2 ago.
Yeah.
You got anything?
I know like Bobby Moynihan isn't underrated, I guess, but I don't really think I haven't seen that he's been doing anything, but I really enjoyed him.
Yeah.
Bad with names.
Which one?
I'm just bad with names.
Oh,
like, it
yeah.
took me like probably,
and there's so many of them, so
yeah, it took me way longer than I should have to remember Bill Hader's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it'll come to us. Premium Rush is so underrated. Thank you, Luke. Yes, it's very good.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Daniela, hello, fans of something, and nerdy film girl. Hello, Daniela. Oh, yes, you bring up a good point. It shouldn't be a troll because we have turned on subscribers only mode. So what that means is you have to have been subscribed to the channel for like 20 minutes or more to send a chat.
Oh, interesting.
So it's our way of kind of trying to get rid of those trolls.
Interesting.
So
That's good.
because
Yeah.
if you're a troll, why do you want to subscribe to us?
And for at least 20 minutes.
So, and we still have a very active chat. So I was a little worried about that, honestly, because Laren messaged me. Laren, shout out to you. He messaged me. He was like, did you know this is turned on? I was like, yeah, I turned it on just to make sure. We're testing it out tonight.
I wonder what it says. Like, what does it say?
At the beginning, it says subscribers only mode has been turned on.
Oh.
So, I remember Premium Rush. Remember hearing about Premium Rush, never saw it. Scott Travis. Hello, Scott Travis. The movie Quicksilver with Kevin Bacon was done before Premium Rush. Oh, is that like a similar movie? I've never heard of Quicksilver.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Scott. Have you been in here before, Scott? I don't think I've ever seen you in here. Just sub to you, nerdy film girl.
Oh, thank you.
Premium Rush was an okay movie. Daniela, it's okay. I really liked it. She has such charisma. Oh, are you talking about Tracy? Yes, she does.
Thank you. Again, thank you.
Hey, Ed, Haley, and Tracy stuck with the night shift as usual, popping in to say, what's up?
What's
going on, Nadia? Did you see Nadia's work was like broken into recently?
What? No.
Yeah, she posted on her Instagram like someone threw something through a window or something. I don't know.
Oh, horrible.
That's unfortunate. I'm brand new to YouTube. Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic, Cody. I'm brand new to YouTube, so I'm trying to figure it all out. I have no idea how or what shorts really are.
And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
Well,
as
fun fact, I deleted all of our shorts.
It did?
I deleted them.
Oh.
I don't like shorts, honestly, the way they look on the channel, like the
that's what they're called shorts.
Yeah, those like 15-second things.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I know they're good to get your, out there because people have short attention spans, but like just the idea of it, I don't know. You said you're going to get into it a little bit.
Yeah. So currently I've been doing like one long format video a week and then doing like a short. I normally post the shorts on Thursdays, but I had so many technical issues going on, so I'm missing it today. The only thing I've really learned just from listening to people is that because YouTube is pushing shorts so much, they really want people to make, I'm not anywhere near close to 1,000 subscribers yet, but they want people to make more money off of YouTube with shorts than TikTok and Instagram combined. And I guess because they think that that's the future. And the only benefit I've seen is that because shorts are so widely promoted that it helps get people you might not necessarily see to your channel to subscribe. But who knows? I mean, I know some people like they refuse. Some people are just shorts, and they are kind of taking it like TikTok and Instagram. But I'm not the expert, and I think to each their own for what they have the vision for their own channel. So.
Yeah, and I don't like it because I have like the newest of new phones. I have a Galaxy S22 Plus, like with 3 cameras. You would think when I post it, the image quality is high quality. It looks like I shot it on a flip phone. I can't. Yeah. I don't understand what the issue is. It doesn't like translate it to 1080p at least.
Is there a setting that you're missing? Maybe.
I'm not even bothering with it anymore.
Well, this is a question for you guys since you do have well over 1,000 subscribers. Because I did read something too with thumbnails. Like if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you can't create your own thumbnail for a short. Because I tried to do that with mine, and it was like no, like that's not a thing. But when you were doing shorts, were you able to do that?
I think we were able to, but
no,
we weren't.
No, because I remember you got really mad because it was like the first frame or something it took.
Yeah,
it was just taking like the worst picture of yourself. Like you'd be like this.
I know.
It's just like, why are you sharing that? Like, that's
I
who's going to look at
know.
that?
I know. That's how mine look. And it's like, well, I'm just giving it a shot and we'll see what happens, you know.
It
So.
did get to the point where you could like go through the video and select exactly where you wanted to, and it would actually stick to it. But we never actually created a thumbnail for it. I don't know. It's too much work. You know, the live streams are good enough for us.
Yeah, no,
So,
it is a lot of work for sure.
It's too much to just stress over. Like, I was like actually finding myself stressing over like, oh, am I making a short? Am I?
I know.
It's just like, I don't want to stress about it. So
No, I agree with that. It should be fun. That's why we're all doing this in the first place. It's for fun and like to connect with people and
that's it.
You know, find lovely people like yourselves.
Aw.
Polly Shore, where the hell has he been? Well, he's been in Pinocchio. So
It's horrible. Oh my god.
he's been voicing Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Who? Polly Shore?
Yeah, that's that third version that came out this year.
He's the voice of
He's the
Pinocchio.
voice. Yeah, you guys should look up on YouTube. So many like comedian YouTubers, commentators have done videos on it, and it's hilarious.
Wow.
It's a good laugh. Yeah.
Yep, Eric, Toy Story 5 is coming out. At this point, I feel like they're just going to take it to 6, and they're going to say, okay, 2 trilogies. Let's leave now.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'm happy that they're continuing, because if they just ended it at 4, that would have felt really weird.
Oh yeah, that would have sucked.
That would have been like, wow, 4 is the black sheep.
But people are like saying how Andy's gonna be bald.
He's gonna cameo.
Oh.
Well, he's gonna be Al from Toy Story 2.
Oh
No.
my god.
Oh
The
my
fourth
God.
one, Woody like goes off on his own with Bo Peep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he leaves.
That's the fourth
Spoilers, guys. Sorry for Toy Story 4.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that movie came. Okay, I think yes. There's always a spoiler warning out, but if the movie came out like 10 years ago, I mean, what, 8 years ago? Toy Story 4. When was that?
I don't know. That's actually a good trivia question. When did Toy Story 4 come out?
Yeah.
2019.
See, because I can tell you when Toy Story 3 came out, 2010.
2018.
2010 is when 3 came out.
And 4 came out 2019. So okay,
First time.
my fault, but I guess 22, 2019. Well, that's like 5 years at least, right?
It's all right. I'm sure everyone's seen Toy Story 4 by now. That wanted to see it. That wanted to see it. Okay, here's someone, Luke. The Robert Zemeckis Pinocchio is trash. It's a shot-for-shot remake. Oh, so it's like the Gus Van Sant Psycho. Interesting. The new Disney Pinocchio was pretty damn terrible. Okay, I guess I won't check it out. Seems like it's pretty unanimous in here.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Poor Zemeckis, he can't get a hit lately, and like at one point he couldn't do any wrong.
I know.
You know, God.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Luke agrees with you. The Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio was incredible.
Yes, yes. I hope Luke, are you mad that Ciao Papa was not nominated for Best Song by the Oscars? Because that has everyone in an uproar. So let us know, because I'm also very upset. I had heard it was great, and when I watched the film, I was like, oh my God, this song absolutely should have been nominated for Best
I
Song.
want to watch it.
You want to watch it?
I wanna
Yeah,
watch it.
definitely.
It's sad, but it's good. It's really good.
I'm interested. There was another Pinocchio from France.
4 Pinocchios.
Good Lord. Pinocchio's Revenge is also pretty awesome.
What is he revenging against?
Good Lord.
Oh my goodness.
Enough with the Pinocchio.
Yeah, God, I didn't
It's
know
not
there's a
even like,
fan base.
I don't like, maybe I'm in a minority here. It's not even that compelling of a, like, maybe the Guillermo del Toro changed all that, but it's really not even that compelling of a story. It's just a kid that wants to be a real kid.
And then he
Right?
gets eaten by a whale.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Well, I think every version we've seen has been some type of adaptation of the original book, and I don't know what the original book was, because I know like the Disney version took a lot of liberties, the Guillermo del Toro version took a lot of liberties. So I'm not. I would be a lot more able to make a statement on that if I knew what the intentions of the author were to begin with.
Is that a Brothers Grimm story?
They adapted it too. Yeah, I believe so.
Because I have that book.
You have that book, so you
I
might
do.
have it.
I do.
What's going on, Jared? This guy, I don't know if you know Tracy. He 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 has a big weapons collection,
Oh,
like swords and everything.
oh,
It's bizarre.
nice. Very cool.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure he has some like guns and stuff. I don't know, but yeah, he has like a bunch of like big swords and stuff. So I always joke like, are you sharpening your sword as you're watching this? I seen Lightyear. It was good.
Okay.
It was good.
Not great. We're not rating.
Really enjoyed Lightyear. I love Turning Red. All right,
Oh.
well, can't trust you now, Luke, because we didn't love Turning Red. So, let's see. We got Kevin in here. What's going on, Kevin?
That was the weakest Kevin.
I'm just giving up on it. It strains my vocal cords. Kevin. Movie collector. Hey guys, are you excited for the new Little Mermaid?
The big trailer is Super Bowl. I'm not a big Super Bowl person, but I love that. I mean, there's probably too many movie trailers that are being shown on Sunday, but they are going to show it for that. I'm excited. I mean, I don't know.
I just can't get excited about these remakes anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That's why I'm telling you, we still haven't seen it yet. But when M. Night Shyamalan comes along, you got to support the guy. Because look, I don't care what you think about M. Night Shyamalan. At least he's pumping out, now he's pumping out semi-original content because it's all based on stuff. But before, he was pumping out original stuff. So
I agree with you. I can't wait to see Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
Wait, that's what it's called? Knock at the Cabin?
Knock at the Cabin, yeah.
Do you have this can be for either one of you, but Haley, were there any like live action remakes that you liked?
God, I can't even really like hit me with some if you can.
Sure. Well, okay. So there's the one that I didn't see that everyone loves is the Jungle Book remake. Jon Favreau did that. Yeah, I didn't see it. I heard it's great. I did like Cinderella. That was like the first one they did, I feel like, before they remade any of them. And Cate Blanchett's the evil stepmother, and they gave more background story and more depth to that story. I thought that was good.
Lily James?
With what?
Lily James?
Yeah, yes. And then I thought that, Kenneth Branagh directed that, actually. I thought that was quite nice. And then I did have a great time watching Cruella. I thought it was really fun. And I loved what they did with that character. But I think Aladdin had a lot of problems. I didn't see The Lion King. I heard it's too weird. So.
The Lion King one makes you so mad. But
Yeah.
I guess a live action remake that I do like, and yes, I'm super biased because of not only the director, but who's in it. The Alice in Wonderland. I haven't seen the second one like through the looking glass, but the first one I do enjoy.
That one is probably my favorite too, Alice in Wonderland. I do want to see Mulan. I want to see Mulan.
They took out all of the music and it's just
I know there's no Mushu, like all the stuff you love about that first thing, but if any of them excite me, like Aladdin does not excite me whatsoever. I haven't seen Aladdin. It doesn't excite me. Lion King, I saw, it didn't excite me.
Yeah.
Mulan excites me.
Why?
Because I feel like that lends itself really well to doing a live action where, and there's enough that they've changed where it could feel really fresh.
The only thing I liked about the live action Aladdin was Will Smith's rendition of
yeah, you definitely jam out to that soundtrack.
Yeah.
I mean, for Mulan, I'm so mad that we're not getting this crazy "I'll make a man out of you," sequence.
Yeah,
I love that song.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, there was also like an uproar with that movie because it was like during the beginning of the pandemic. I know it's since like gone away, but I remember there was like an additional charge, like fee, to watch the movie on streaming. Like you had you had to have Disney Plus, but then you had to also pay.
You had to have Disney Plus $5.
No, it was like 20 or something.
Yeah.
And I actually paid that for Cruella because I just had really wanted to see it. And I sometimes it's like, what, you've been doing nothing for the past year and like you really want to watch something, and it was a cute date night. It was really fun. And so I wasn't going to do that for every Disney Plus movie for sure though. But that was just one I had anticipated for a really long time.
Yeah, I think it was because that was the first one to do it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What?
but that sort of like
Mulan,
additional
yeah.
pay.
Yeah.
And that's why people were like, what? Like, we are in
Uh-huh.
a pandemic right now. And then I'm pretty sure right after that came The Lady and the Tramp, which nobody talks about.
I know.
Nobody.
I didn't see it. Like, it looked cute. And I like Lady and the Tramp. I haven't watched it.
That's the average response. I didn't even see it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't
I
even see it.
know. The animated one's adorable, and I think fine. So
Yeah. Tony, Meatloaf Tony. I don't know if that's what we call him here.
You don't know what we call him here.
I don't even feel like explaining. It's a long story. Watched Avatar 2 in regular 3D, no high frame rate.
When you watched it in 3D with your glasses on, how'd you do that?
Well, that's what I'm gonna have to do tomorrow. And if there's any movie that I am willing to see 3D with glasses on top of my normal glasses, it's Titanic.
And it's
So.
a 3 hour long.
Are you gonna be supporting that in theaters?
I would like to. I did see the trailer for it in 3D when I saw Avatar, and I will say it is a little strange to have, because again, it wasn't shot for 3D, so you have like Jack and Rose's faces like right here. It's like, oh my goodness, it's a little, it's very in your face. But I would have no problem seeing it. I would like to see it again. I was 10, I think. I don't even remember how old I was when that came out in theaters originally. So
yeah, if the 2012 version that came out, which I did see a few times, that was some of the best 3D, and it's only because I took the glasses off. Half the screen is actually not even 3D; it's 2D. So that's the trick when it comes to James Cameron's 3D. I feel like he, at least for for Titanic, he puts half of it still in 2D and really only puts 3D where it should be.
Where it matters.
Yeah. So it's hopefully the frame rate doesn't screw it up, but if it's any indication from 10 years ago, it's going to be really good. So
yeah. Well, so I'm sorry. No.
I'll always go. Like they could re-release it every year and I would go see it.
Yeah, well, I thought originally it was only for Valentine's Day weekend, but then I saw you got your tickets for like late February. So it's still.
We're going tomorrow.
Oh, you're going tomorrow. What? Maybe I misread that. Maybe okay. Is it just this weekend though, or is it going to be like a 2-week engagement?
I feel like it'll be a 2-week somewhere in there.
Cool.
I don't see it going past February though.
Okay. Yeah.
So, sounds like I need to see Avatar 2. If you liked Avatar 1, I guess. Oh, whoa. Oh, Daniela, Titanic is boring. Boo. It's not boring.
How can it be boring with Billy Zane?
And Kathy Bates. Come on. The unsinkable Molly Brown. Why haven't they? She still looks really good. They did interviews with some of the casts. Kathy Bates has aged really well, actually.
Yeah.
What? We need a Molly Brown prequel. I want to know what she was doing before she boarded. Isn't Titanic being released in 4K? Hopefully they do release it on physical. Yeah, hopefully they do give it a physical release. I will say. Do you collect movies? I don't know if I. Oh, whoop! She disappeared.
Oh, sorry. I was fixing my chair.
Oh, you're good.
My apologies.
Do you collect movies, like physical copies, like physical media?
I did. So I live in a studio apartment with my boyfriend, and there's not a lot of space for things. I did. It's hard to explain. Like, I love physical copies, and I would buy everything and collect everything. I am now in this like minimalist mindset of like, do I need it? Because my space is so small.
Yeah.
He has a huge collection. I have a pretty decent collection. I like rare finds for sure. I do like collecting. I'm just a lot more specific. I am sometimes more willing to buy it on even like not iTunes, but like Apple, like, as I have an Apple TV. So like this happens to me every Oscar season. There's always a couple movies that I didn't get to see in theaters. So I'll be like, oh, well, I want to watch it before the Oscars, and the only option is to pay for it. So I'll just like buy it, like sometimes just doing that. But I love collecting, and I admire you guys have a great collection, and everyone you bring on has this great collection. And I'm like, well, if you saw the size of where I live, it'd be like, where do we put everything? So
Yeah,
we have a bookshelf here, and I kind of want to just take the books off and put them under the TV, which is where, like in the cabinets, we keep our Blu-rays and DVDs and showcase them because I like to look at them as well. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah. No, I get it. Especially in New York. Good Lord. My my ex-girlfriend still lives there. Marie still lives there. When we went, this is a long time ago. It was the smallest apartment I have ever seen in my
Indiana?
Whoever it was. I don't know. Whoever it was like a hallway, and that was it. It was just a hallway. Like it was from the door here to maybe outside on the patio, and that was it. And like very, very little space. Very little space. I had no idea how anyone could live in anything like that. And she had a roommate.
So that's wild. Like, because they're not in a relationship, and you have to have like separate living corridors.
Yeah, like their beds, like they had enough space similar to the space between our screens right here, this little space.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's rough.
That was the gap between their beds. I was like, how do you?
And I can't imagine the price of it.
Yeah, no, it was astronomical. So
when we were looking, we went to one place. This guy showed us this apartment, and it was half the size of the one I have now. And then we were like, there's no way we can live in this. And then, like, I mean, from what you're seeing, my apartment goes farther towards like what you can't see. And that's where like the kitchen is and the bathroom. And I will say there is like a washer and dryer and a dishwasher, which is kind of hard to find in the apartment. So like, that's really nice. And I love my neighborhood. And I don't know. I feel like I got a good deal on this. So who knows though? I mean, it's really about like waiting for like really good deals and then snatching them up. But
well, can I ask, do you spend a lot of time in your apartment?
Yeah, I feel like because I work at a restaurant, I work at night a lot, so I'm not going out every night. And I like to cook at home. So I would say like I have one day off a week where my boyfriend is also off, and we try to do something like fun, and we'll usually go out. Like sometimes, like during the holiday season, I was so burnt out, so I really didn't want to leave that much.
But that's yeah, like the perfect time to leave New York City at like during the holidays.
Right. Yeah. I mean, during the beginning, we would do like all like the holiday stuff, like, and it's so fun and it's so magical and things like that. But from like the restaurant perspective, I'm right. My restaurant is right near the Rockettes, like Radio City. So it was just mobs of people for like 6 weeks, and I was just burnt out. So I think like the week after that, I was like, we are staying home. Like I can't even get off the couch. So, but normally I kind of balance it a lot, So
when you're sleeping, can you hear endless traffic outside?
Surprisingly, no. No. And I'm actually right by, I'm 1 block away from the East River. So there's like the FDR highway, but there's not that much, like, I don't really hear anything, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah. So there were a lot of sirens though. I think it was like this morning or yesterday morning going down the highway to the point where I was like, oh my God, like, are we getting attacked? Because I've never heard like that much before, but we're not.
That's attacked. The only thing that I would like if I was you, and I'm not trying to instill fear in you, but like if I was you, like I would always be on high alert living in New York City. Cause like, it's just, it is like the go-to spot for bad shit. So
yeah. No, I understand.
Like, have you ever seen The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3?
No, but I've heard it's great.
Yeah, like the one with John Travolta and Denzel is the one I'm talking. It's really good, but I don't know. Maybe don't watch it if you commute a lot with the subway.
Well, I know they've changed that a lot too. They put a lot of cameras in the subways, and
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, we had the Chinese spy balloon over Montana, so I don't know what's going on anymore.
Oh yeah, they parodied that this last SNL, didn't they? Yeah.
Yes, Bowen Yang. Oh my God, he was so funny.
The guy who played Spectrum. I am Spectrum.
Yeah, I think I missed it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. We don't really watch the news, so we don't.
They
really
just
get
shot
too
it. They shot it down in the Atlantic, and the only thing that I learned was that there was another Chinese spy balloon that happened during the Trump administration, but Trump just didn't tell anyone and kept it a secret. So
damn spies.
not
Like a
surprised.
balloon,
It was a balloon.
like a
yeah.
whole entire balloon.
Yeah, it was
Like
like a huge.
Like a
Yeah,
happy birthday balloon.
yeah. Well, yeah.
That's how it could have been disguised. See, they're doing it all wrong. They're putting it in like obviously spy balloons. They have to put them in Dollar General.
Put it like in a Goodyear blimp.
Yeah, come on, do it right here. Anyways, what's going on, Matt? He's talking about. He's all across the pond. Where are you exactly, Matt? I don't think I've ever asked.
What's your address?
Everyone calls him Mr. British. So I feel like it's. Well, what time is it right now for us? It's 9:47. So I feel like it's coming into the morning time for you, which
Only a 5 hour.
I don't know why you're still up, dude. Let's see here. Little Nick. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. We're all the way back at Sandler. Predator is my favorite James Cameron movie. Well, funny enough, Daniela, Predator is not a James Cameron movie. So you might be thinking of Aliens. Is that what you're thinking of?
That's got to be what he's thinking of. Yeah. Oh, she
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Predator is John McTiernan, the guy who did Die Hard. So, yeah, look at Larry. Wow, Daniela. Just wow. Look, everyone, Predator is not a James Cameron movie. That's Aliens. Wrong director. It is amazing when people like accidentally say something wrong and everyone's just like, no.
I could see where she got it wrong though, because of like Predator versus Alien.
Yeah. So we're not like poking fun or anything.
Yeah.
But it's your favorite movie ever. Well, it's Durant Cinema's favorite movie ever too. So Happy Gilmore is my favorite Sandler movie. Well, I guess you're loving my shirt tonight, aren't you? Pixels with Sandler, good. Yeah. Big Daddy will always be GOAT. I wipe my own ass. I wipe my own ass. Haley's face when Ed said we got to see the La La Land musical.
Thank you, Missy, for
Yeah, she
noticing me.
notoriously does not like La La Land.
But of course, I'll be in tow for the musical.
Yeah, we'll make an exception, right?
Yeah, we will.
How
You don't wanna
cool?
see Rocky?
How cool would it
Rocky?
be if they actually cast Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling for at least like a limited run?
They should. And I don't think it's impossible.
It's not impossible. And
No.
make it a limited run. Obviously, you don't make it for the whole thing, but just like maybe for 2 weeks, Ryan and Emma back. Oh my God, like tickets would sell out. Tickets would sell out.
They could even do it for a month. I mean, Emma Stone did Cabaret with Alan Cummings. Alan Cumming, like, I don't know, 8 years ago. And that's when Damon Chazelle saw her in that and then asked her to be in this. You know, and Miles Teller was supposed to be the Ryan Gosling part.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. I think Ryan Gosling works better for that. I don't
He
know. I
does.
love the ending of that movie. I think it's a movie that I think has some problems for the first 3 quarters. Not that it's bad, but a couple issues that I have. But then like the last quarter of the movie is absolutely perfect. And I think it's one of the best endings I've ever seen. So
Yep. I agree. Good point. You know, the old saying, Hollywood has no ideas. They made a House Party remake. You see my point? Yeah, Judd. Yes, this House Party thing keeps popping up in
what is
chats. I've never heard of House Party. Hello, Matthew. Welcome back. What's the discussion for tonight? The discussion for tonight is Nerdy Film Girl. She's the guest. Definitely go check out her channel. But Fans of Something Live is just like a kind of free-form conversation thing. We kind of
But
really...
it's not just us. We have people.
we kind of let the chat room decide where the conversation goes. So that's what's going on tonight, Matthew. Hope you can still be here. I know the chat. This is like an old part of the chat I'm on right now. Aubrey Plaza
Yes.
playing Megan was funny.
it's so good. Yeah, it was an SNL thing. She hosted last or 2 weeks ago. It was really good.
Second there, I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Megan was Aubrey Plaza?
I was like, wait a minute. I could have sworn it was the penny nickel dime girl.
Yeah. I love how Mizzy even did the M3 again.
Yeah.
Yes, Daniela, we do know Valentine's
Yes.
Day is coming up. Are you doing anything special on Valentine's Day?
Probably. I normally have to work and then I usually do something like the day after, but I'm off this year, so we'll figure out something. Last year I think we went to a jazz club we had a really good time. So we might do something like that or something new. I don't know, but
Sweet.
Yeah.
Fans of Something needs to do a top 10 or top 5 SNL cast member live stream.
That would be fun.
Thank you for that, Cody.
No
We'll be
kidding.
considering. We'll be considering. I'd be down for that, Cody. I'm single if anyone is looking for Daniela. What?
Yeah, what?
God, Daniela. Oh my God. Can you imagine like actually typing that? Like, anyways. Keenan has been on for like 22 or 23 seasons. Yeah, he's the longest SNL cast member. Yep. Chris Farley. Yeah, Chris Farley was really good. Vengeance Media. Wow, Danny, don't be thirsty. Chris Kattan. Daryl Hammond. Yep.
I do want to say, because there seems to be a lot of SNL people out here. There's an amazing podcast called Fly on the Wall with Dana Carvey and David Spade, and they interview old cast members, people that have been on the show. So if you like it, you will love it. It's such a good podcast, and they're hilarious together.
Oh, that's so cute.
Well,
What?
remember, I told you that because they did something recently. They had someone in recently that I was like, oh, that's cool. Because we saw David Spade when we saw Adam Sandler, so that's like what tied
So
in.
cool.
I totally forget. If you show me again, I probably remember.
Oh, okay. Scott, I've never been in here before. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
It's a bike messenger film from the 80s. Kevin Bacon was the lead role. Very similar.
Wow.
Interesting. I do love me some bacon, and I love Premium Rush, so
I like bikes.
it might work out here. Laren will miss Pop in a movie. Yeah, that was one of our short segments that we would always do.
Pop in a movie.
See, this is why Laren's the best. Yeah, this is why Laren's the best.
Aw.
Is anyone excited for a Tron 3 this decade? Hold on. Max, is this your boyfriend?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Max. Good to have you here. That means you've been subscribed for at least 20 minutes.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Tron 3, is this like an inside thing that we don't know?
I don't know. Maybe it's true. I'm not sure. I mean, he would know, but I think that I don't know.
And hold on. Any relation to Christina?
No, but he makes that joke a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christina Applegate.
Yeah, 'cause that's such a unique last name.
Daniela. I feel like you're just like writing the most random things, and I'm going to keep highlighting them until they start getting really weird. Leave my childhood alone, Pixar, says Laren. Okay, yeah. Here's a question for Tracy. What Pixar movie would you like to see adapted live action?
Oh, that's really tough.
What Pixar lends itself best to live action? I have an answer. I'm going to wait till you say yours. Do you have an answer? Let's wait till she says hers, though. Or hold on, Tracy, when you get it, let us know, and then I'll count 3, 2, 1, and we'll all say it.
Yeah, because it's tough since so many of their movies involve, like, would it be like a live, like what you were saying, like a live action plus CGI characters, or it has to be full on live action?
If it's something like Toy Story, then yes, you can do a mix of CGI stuff going on there.
But is it like Cats? Are we talking like
whatever? Like however they did this newest Pinocchio. Okay.
You
got it?
Yeah, I have got like 3 that could be potentials, but
go for your one. Go for that number 1.
Okay,
Ready?
yeah.
All right, you have yours? Yeah? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Up.
Oh, no.
No, that's a really good one. I was going to say Inside Out, and then I was going to switch it to Coco, but I haven't seen Coco, but I feel like that would make the most sense to do live action.
And why did we all fail on the 3?
I don't know, because I kept changing my mind, because that's a really good question that no one thinks about, adapting a Pixar movie to live action.
Well, I don't know that
like the original animated Disney movie. So like that's a
really
good one.
I don't know that we ever should. I feel like they should leave Pixar alone like this.
I agree. Yeah, totally.
But since we know they will eventually, I do really think Up could be just a visual marvel. And you have a lot of the main character is human, so you could have that mix of CGI and all that stuff. I just want to see how they would do the balloons. I just want to see how they pull the balloon thing off.
I say we do Finding Nemo and we just put a camera underwater. And
That's good. Yeah.
That got turned into a musical, at least at Disneyland.
Oh
or
yeah,
Disney
I've seen
World.
it. I've seen it.
Just keep swimming. Let's see. Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending. Yep. Yeah, that's what everyone says. As long as they make more, I'll see them. Well, that's why they'll keep making more. Tony and Durant Cinema should go to New York and collab.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Tracy, do you know who Durant Cinema is?
That's someone that you just had on your channel, right?
Well, we're good friends with him. I just didn't know if you knew of his channel or not. He's like almost at 20K, I think.
I've learned like a lot of new people recently. Like Cody and I just became friends, and like I've been watching his stuff. And he's followed me, and I'm not 100% positive, but I like keep looking at all the people you've had on your channel and checking out their channels. So
yeah,
I apologize if it's a blur.
Definitely check out Durant. He's a unique voice in the community. That's what I'll say.
And
Yeah.
And Tony, yeah, check out Tony. But usually, if Durant's around, Tony's around.
Okay.
So, the Jungle Book live action. Wow, we are really far behind, aren't we? Let's try to catch up here. Cruella was amazing. Shere Khan was not to be messed with in that remake. I don't know who Shere Khan is. Wait, hold on. Shere Khan?
Shere Khan, yeah, I think it's the snake in the Jungle Book.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Beauty and the Beast, yeah, Emma Watson.
Oh,
Mulan live action was bad. Oh, okay, Tony. All
our
right.
son is here.
Our son, Gavin. Hello, Gavin.
Our son.
Gavin, I think it's time to cut your bangs. I'm
back in 2 seconds. 1 second.
Yeah. We'll just catch up here. Kevin can't do 3D. It gets him sick.
It
Yeah.
depends. Like, I don't know how somebody could sit like really close.
Yeah.
Because not only does it like not work, but like I did it once and it was for like the Muppet Vision 3D when I was in Disney World. And like I hurt so bad. Like I had the worst
You
headache.
had eye hurt disease.
I did have eye hurt disease. It was awful.
Starships of Greatness. Hello. Welcome to the channel. What's up, everyone? It's my day
Hi.
off and enjoying my night watching this live show.
Well, hello.
Well, this is for you then, Starships of Greatness. Thank you for being here. Oh, Mizzy, get your mind out of the gutter. So Kate Winslet's nude scene is in 3D? Yes, it's in 3D.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Let's see here. I see him too, Kevin.
Yeah, the
Horror
cat.
More. Oh,
I've
the
also
cat.
been
Yeah,
the
everyone's seeing your cat behind you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have 2 black cats.
What are their names?
Oliver and then Taika, who's named after Taika Waititi. I don't know if you know him. He's a director, and he's kind of like the New Zealand group of. He directed. Well, the most recent thing he directed wasn't the best, which was Thor 3. But or Love and Thunder. I guess that's the 4th one. But I love Taika Waititi in general. He does a lot of acting too. I'm sure you guys have seen him in something. But he directed Jojo Rabbit. Sorry, that which I love that movie. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I want to.
It's so good. It's one of the best movies I've seen. It's
Wow.
so fantastic. Jojo Rabbit, check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, but babies. Yeah, I've been looking at that one this whole time.
Sometimes I can't tell the difference because they look exactly the same.
Babies.
Oh yeah, that one's Taika. So that one's definitely that's the one that's named after Taika Waititi. Yeah. They're brothers. So
fun fact, Taika Waititi has a very, very expensive, hard to find Funko Pop.
Really?
Yeah, I collect the director Funko Pops. Like they have a line of directors.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
His is very expensive. James Wan's is very expensive.
Oh, okay, cool.
Funny enough, Alfred Hitchcock is like $10.
Because they don't appreciate it.
Like poor Hitchcock.
I know.
Oh boy. I'm gonna highlight this because I think you can take a joke. New York City is overrated. I prefer Boston. And that's coming from a Joyzy boy.
Yeah, I mean, it depends for everyone. Some people like could never imagine living here, and for me, I've always wanted to, and when I finally did it, it was like everything made sense for me. So
Yeah.
like it was like where I wanted to be and where I feel like I belong, and everything makes sense. I mean, I have friends that they want to live in Colorado and California or Texas, and it's like they find everyone finds their little spot that they feel good,
Yeah,
great in,
definitely.
so.
Tracy, are you excited for Ghostface to run wild in New York City next month? Scream 6.
Oh, that's coming out. So I didn't realize that's coming out so soon. It's weird. This time of year, I'm so focused on Oscar movies that like any new premieres, like my boyfriend told me Ant-Man's coming out like tonight or tomorrow. And I was like, it's coming out already. And it's like, any new releases until I guess the Oscars are March 12th. Like in between that time, I'm like not even paying attention. And like, I'll go see them, but I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Oh, right, because it takes place in New York this time. This is the first time they're leaving the town that Scream always took place in. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I'll watch it for sure.
Scott says New York City sounds amazing. Yeah, I mean, if you ever just watch a movie that portrays it in a good light, and it lives up to that expectation, I think.
Annie Hall, watch Annie Hall.
Oh yeah, Woody Allen, magical. Oh, you're in East London. Okay, very cool, dude. It's 3 a.m., but gotta support fans of something.
Aww.
Rock on, dude. Love you, man. Starships of Greatness. I have a crush on Emma Stone. I think
Who
we all
doesn't?
do.
Yeah.
I think
Everyone
we all have
does.
a crush on Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Although, funny enough, ever since the segment on Jimmy Kimmel, Mean Tweets, she was on there and she read a tweet, and I've never been able to disassociate this from her now. The tweet was something along the lines of, "Why do I get the impression that Emma Stone smells like cat piss?"
Oh.
And like she read it, right? So like she's like, in on the joke. And it's just like I've always like
you think she smells like cat
I want to like
piss.
meet her, and that's the first thing that's gonna come across my mind is
You're gonna take a second.
I'm gonna like inhale real quick, and I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, she doesn't smell like cat piss.
But until then, you're convinced.
I mean, just a little. Just a little.
Well, if everyone likes Emma Stone, I'm telling you, Cruella was a great remake, and it's really fun and it's good. And they take the whole like haute couture fashion with like this 80s punk rock vibe, and it's before she becomes like fully evil. So she's just trying to like rank up, and Emma Thompson is the counterpart to that, and it's a good film. I'll give it to them for that one.
Why do I feel like Scott Travis is a part of what's going on with you here? Max is so damn handsome.
Thank you. I'll let him know.
Or maybe Scott's just basing it off of the photo, the little avatar. Jared Leto apparently is going to be in Tron 3. All right. That's funny. I think Emma Stone's got a crush on you as well, Starships of Greatness. Monster Inc. live action.
I was also thinking
Monsters Inc.
I
Yeah.
was thinking
I wish the sequel to that would have been a little bit more. The when they go to college, I thought like it wasn't bad. It just they could have done more. I feel like.
I have a gripe with that movie. It just makes me mad. I don't know. It just does.
Well, in that photo, you have bangs.
Unless like just all your hair is pushed forward.
Yeah, it's probably like
aesthetic.
it's probably like me. You just fluff it back, but right there you have bangs.
For the aesthetic.
Let's see here.
Emo boys.
Mama Blu-ray,
she's
Mizzy,
still here.
LOL. That's what I love about Mama. She's a quiet viewer. She's a quiet. She'll
Always
pop in
here.
when need be. Do you have the Kevin Smith pop? I do. Yeah, that's an Amazon exclusive. Yep, I enjoy that one.
Do you have any Funkos, Tracy, or do you collect anything? Or I guess that's a bad question.
No, I know. I don't. My boyfriend has a couple figurines, like Batman and stuff. He's gonna kill me for saying it like that, but he has a few things for sure, and he's a big comic book collector. But yeah, just like we actually have like a storage unit too, so we're in that transition mode. Like once we like can eventually like afford a 1-bedroom, then like we can actually probably do a lot more. So.
Yeah, I guess like a better question would be like outside of movies, like what else do you do?
As far as collecting goes?
As far as anything, hobby wise.
Oh, Man, let me think. I mean, I do like writing, so like the screenplays and stuff. I do play guitar, like not the best, but I've played since I was like in 8th grade, and I don't really think I've like progressed since 8th grade, but I like to write songs and sing. I have like an acoustic guitar, but I really like going to like live jazz a lot, and like there's like a lot of great like jazz clubs here. I love like live music, things like that. Yeah, I don't know.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. It's like, yeah.
oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Max says Tracy's
Oh.
dolphinately the cutest guest of all time. Is that like an inside thing? Dolphin?
And that's something he likes to say about things. Dolphinately, yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Dolphinately.
All right.
He's being very supportive, so that's nice.
I'm trying to figure out who he looks like to me. Like he looks like someone I've seen before. I'm trying to figure out because that is him. Yes.
Yes, his
In that
hair is
photo?
completely different than this YouTube profile picture. So he like doesn't his beard isn't as long and his hair isn't as like up. But
Okay.
he's in like a lot of my Instagram and YouTube videos. So
I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm gonna have to figure out who you look like, man.
yeah.
I believe they're making a sequel to Cruella.
Yes.
I heard that.
Yes, because at the end, well, okay, it's not a spoil. Like you guys know 101 Dalmatians, right? So towards the end, they allude to the couple in 101 Dalmatians that have all the puppies. I think it's Anita and Roger. I think they're the couple that has them in the cartoon, in Disney. So the second one is like, oh, they have these 2 dogs. So like they're obviously going to breed, and then like you really see Cruella become the villain. So
Still Emma Stone.
yeah. And actually, I think it won best costume design at the Oscars that year. Yeah, I think 100%. I was shocked because I really wanted it to win for best costume design, and it did, which was made me very happy.
Interesting.
What is Cheese up to?
That's a sad topic at the
Yeah,
moment.
currently, Lauren, we have Tracy. Cheese is our bearded dragon.
Yeah.
Only 4 months old.
Unfortunately, he has to go to the vet tomorrow. He is
Sort of an emergency.
yeah. That's why I keep looking down.
Yeah.
In case anyone's wondering, why is that he keep looking to the left?
It's not because we're twiddling our thumbs.
Nah,
It's
I'm just keeping an eye on him.
No,
Yeah.
of course.
So hopefully the vet can do something.
fix him.
Yeah.
Pull a Coldplay and fix him.
Fix him.
So
Yeah.
it's to cover my hideous face.
Oh,
Oh,
stop
Gavin,
it.
you're not hideous. Get out of here. You have a girlfriend, man. Speaking of Monsters Inc. live remake, have you seen The Little Monsters with Fred Savage and Howie Mandel?
Yes, I have.
Well, you had me at Howie Mandel. So
You had me at Monsters Inc.
Little Monsters.
It's good. It's fun.
What is it? What is it?
It's like very 80s fantastical. Howie Mandel lives under the bed and takes him into this monster portal. Like I don't really know if I'm describing it well, but I've seen it like a handful of times, but mostly as a kid. So but it's fun. It's really fun for sure.
That's
And I
so
like Fred
cool.
Savage. Like he was like Fred Savage was like the hot kid at that time. Like every movie wanted him, you know?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
so scary. I'm kind of afraid of Howie Mandel. Not like I am Tim Allen. The thought of him under my bed. Terrifying.
That is terrifying.
Those are the
And
worst words you could have
It is
said.
likely to happen because he does pull a lot. He likes to do pranks and stuff.
I hate that.
I
I hate that
Funny.
actually.
good point. You know the old saying, Holly. Wait, hold on.
Wait, what?
You already read that, Judd.
Deja vu.
Judd, you're making me feel crazy. That's a childhood classic. Cody got the Vestron of it. Oh, the what is it? The Little Monsters. Let's see here. A collab in New York City with Dave could be fun. Yeah, for sure. What's like if someone were to come to New York, what is the
Go-to thing. To
well,
do.
no, like top 3 things that someone should do if they've never visited New York, in your opinion?
Well, okay. I mean, I think a Broadway show should happen. I mean,
Of
if you're
any
going to
kind?
be here, like just see one, right? I mean, I think that makes sense. But I would say I hate when people only come and they never leave like the Midtown crazy theater Times Square area because New York is so much more than that, and there's so much culture, and it's not as crazy and chaotic. I will say, like, one of my best friends visited recently, and there's a commuter ferry. There's actually multiple commuter ferries around the island. So like you could live in Jersey City, like right across, and like you commute every day by ferry. Or like you live in Queens or Brooklyn and you have to commute to Manhattan, and like there's a commuter ferry for that. And they have like a bar and everything, and you can sit up on the ferry. And like most people during the summertime just it's like $3, and you can go all the way from like uptown where I live all the way down to Wall Street. And it's like the coolest thing ever. And it gives you like, because sometimes I think there's like ferries that rip people off financially. You could just take one of these, get to see the whole thing for like really cheap, and it's really cool. And drinking on the ferry is fine. They sell snacks, and it's a wild experience, I think. And then a museum like the Met, or the Museum of Natural History. Like there's so many museums here. But if you are a jazz fan, like I am, like the best, like some of the best jazz, it's like the best jazz is like here, New Orleans, France, Chicago, and like Japan. Like, like it's definitely like a hot spot. So if people are into that, for sure, at like one of the jazz clubs.
Cool. It's a shame they haven't turned Seb's into a real jazz club.
Oh, I know they should.
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Jazz doesn't do that. I mean, I guess they do have jazz clubs in LA, but I think that's why that was like a big commentary in that film. Like jazz isn't that as popular in LA, I feel like, personally, and maybe I'm gonna like be totally ripped to shreds about this, but I feel like New York is like a much more like jazz friendly city than LA, which I feel like the movie was trying to say.
Cody saying the ending to Cruella is ruined for me. No need to ever see it now.
Ever.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Poor Cheese. Yeah, it's
sorry, I just kind of had to bring up because I thought he himself back and breathe when they're on their back.
It's
So I
wild.
kind of-
Oh, man. Let's see here. I hope Cheese is all right. Yeah. Well, we appreciate the love for Cheese.
Thank you.
Poor Cheese. Yep. Cheese heart. Wow. Cheese, you're getting a lot of love tonight, dude.
Cheese.
Getting a lot of love. Feel better, Cheese. Wow. Love for Cheese. I'm sure I need you guys to bail me out. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Talking about New York or something. Let's see here. Trying to see if there's any. Oh, yes. World Trade Center thing.
It's beautiful. Yeah. The money. I actually went down there, I don't know, 8 months ago for the first time. We both went, and it is so gorgeous what they did. The monument to 9/11 and the museum and the whole area. It's like this gorgeous silent park. It's really miraculous. So I agree with Eric for sure.
Yeah, I am endlessly fascinated, and we don't have to go down this whole too much, but like I'm endlessly fascinated with that. Like she can vouch for it. Like she'll wake up at night and I'm on my computer and I'm just watching videos and stuff about it, and it's a serious thing, but I mean it's endlessly fascinating. I think the best film that came from that awful tragedy is the Paul Greengrass United 93. Did you ever see that one?
Max, my boyfriend, tells me I need to see it all the time, and I have not seen it. No. I only saw the Nicolas Cage movie.
Cage one.
Oh. Yeah.
That one, John Bernthal's in it.
It's okay. It's
all right.
It's
a little pandering, in my opinion. Pandering and trying to make a 9/11 movie. I mean, I don't think it's bad, but I think the Flight 93 one I'd like much more.
You would, because I mean that's sort of the forgotten one anyway. That's like the one that no one really talks about. They talk about the towers and the Pentagon, and not a lot of people ever bring up that fourth one. And that movie is obviously very intense, very all that stuff. But
yeah, don't watch it on a bad day.
Yeah, don't watch it on a bad day. But usually when the anniversary comes around every year, that's the movie I'm most inclined to pop in and just pay respects. And
yeah,
it's awful. Do you by chance know anybody that was directly affected by it or no?
I mean, I feel like I know like people's parents, but I personally wasn't. I'm adopted, so if I'm going to refer to him as my adopted dad because we're not in touch anymore. But he was working in the city during that, but he was like much further up because he wasn't near the World Trade Center. He was like a composer. And I remember being taken out of school, but I was like in 8th grade. So I just remember like going to the office, and then the teachers or the people in the office calling every teacher and saying like, don't turn the TVs on. And just like everyone was being taken out of class. And then I got home, and then that's when like I saw the second plane hit the second tower or whatever, and all of that, you know, so, but.
Wow.
But no one directly, like anyone on your family or like.
No, I mean, like my dad was in Manhattan, but like, and you couldn't call, like all the lines were blocked. So I remember it took like a really long time for my mom to like actually get a hold of him. And he had no idea, actually. He had like no idea because he was like on like, I don't know, 58th or something, or like a little bit lower than that. And this was like all the way in like, you know, the financial district. So it was like very different. But yeah, it's crazy.
I cannot imagine being even like just remotely even close to it. You know, like I can't imagine, and I've told you this before, there's never going to be another one like that. Like there's never going to be.
I hope not.
Well, yeah, like I'm not like wishing it, like I'm not wishing
Yeah.
it, but I'm saying like there's like that was so singular in terms of like getting a message across, quote unquote, from them to us. Like it's never going to happen like that ever again. And God, like watching the videos on it, it's just it hits you.
Yeah, if we have an administration that like doesn't ignore what they're being told, you know, like then we won't have to deal with that again for sure.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Scott saying Tony and Dave could go to the American Dream. Go to the American Dream. What's the American Dream?
I don't know.
Are you talking about New York City? Like that's the American Dream? Like that's where people go for the American Dream? That's always fun.
There's like
I don't know
really
what the American Dream
mall. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Let us know, Scott. So let's see here. We're about approaching an hour 45 almost. So we'll round it out here. We're gonna slow things down. So anybody in the chat, get in those last minute comments, questions, concerns, anything that you want to throw in the channel here. Will Tracy ever do another live stream on her channel? Are you ever going to do a stream on your channel?
Well, a month ago, I got in touch with my friend who, actually, Haley, I think maybe both of you did, but you watched Terrifier?
Yes.
Okay, so Terrifier 2, one of my really good friends was the visual special effects like head of that. And it's really helping him a lot. I mean, he's getting such great reviews on that. And I didn't watch it yet because I saw the reviews were like, it'll make you like physically ill. But I will watch it. But I really want to have him on because I think he's like a really interesting person. And I'm really excited for him and his career and what's happening. But yeah, I've thought about it. I just have not done a lot. This is literally my first live stream. So I'm.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
awesome.
Thank you so much for having me on. And
where's Vin when we need him? Because Vin likes to say, what does he like to say? When we have people on, like we like to, oh God, I don't want to say it. Anyways, yes, we have a lot of people on for their first times. That's what I'll say.
Popping their cherry.
Yes, thank you. Jesus, I don't want to say it.
I
really
get it. Yeah.
Popping your stream cherry.
Yeah, like we've like let's see, Vin, Cody, dude who loves movies. We popped his cherry.
Aw.
So yeah, look, we don't care if you have 10 subscribers, if you have no subscriber, like as long as your personality's cool, that's all I give a shit about. Like you don't have to have the equal amount of people to come on the show. Like I feel like some channels work that way.
Yeah, they'll see that they have like 1,000 or 10,000.
Like they're not going to get anything in return, kind of thing. Yeah. So
I have to tell you though, I think that this is one of the things I had to say to you guys. I think that personally for me as a YouTube viewer, like live reactions to like when people just like watch something and react are really boring. And my boyfriend likes them because he likes like people listening to Michael Jackson for the first time and reacting. And so we did a live reaction to like the Oscar nominees. which is the most boring video I've ever put out and the least amount of effort I've ever put out. And I don't even want people to watch it because it's like, what, like, who cares? But it has like over 3,000 views. And I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't get it. Like, I can't, you know what I mean? I mean, it did help me get a lot more subscribers from my other stuff, but it's just like blew my mind. I was like, ay.
Yep.
Yeah,
You never know.
Yeah, I kind of like want to avoid going, like, I just want to do stuff that we enjoy doing, not because we know it would get us views. Because I also find that like reacting stuff boring.
Totally.
So if he were to come to me saying, hey, we should live react something, I'd be like, no.
I didn't know it was gonna get views. Like, I literally didn't. I was like, oh, well, we can just like watch the Oscar nominees and like have mimosas and robes and like let's just watch and film it and then I'll post it and like who cares? And then I was like, what? I woke up the next day. I was like, why are there so many views on this boring video?
Yeah.
So
yep.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm probably not gonna do it again because I don't. To me, it's not fulfilling. But you know,
that's the word. Yeah, fulfilling.
Yeah.
You have to do stuff that's fulfilling to you.
But I'm grateful for the people that subscribed after that. So,
Gavin with his comment. Thank God balloons can't knock over buildings, or we'd be in trouble. It's the second biggest mall in the United States. Oh, American Dream.
I think it's close. I think it's like they put like a super mall up. I'm not sure where it is though, but it has like an amusement park or maybe in like a skiing. And I mean, it sounds wild. Mall. I thought it was Mall of America that did that, but there's another version over here. But maybe that's what he's referring to, and it's called the same thing.
Wow.
It's definitely not in Manhattan for sure. Like it's definitely like outside of the borough.
Well, they closed the coolest thing ever there. They closed Toys R Us. So.
Oh, I know.
Right?
FAO Schwartz still lives, even though it's not in its original location. And we were able to like do the Tom Hanks in Big piano.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Someone made sure they didn't go out of business. So that's good.
Thanks for that, Eric. Cheese much appreciates that. If you go to the 9/11 memorial, you get a nice view from Liberty Park. There's also
halal trucks.
Halal trucks, yeah. Halal is so good, yeah. It's more popular now than hot dog carts are or anything like in New York. I mean, it's a lot of like it's like Middle Eastern food, falafel too, like things like that, hummus. It became popular because I guess a lot of the taxi drivers were Muslim and they needed like a way to like get some fast food. And so people started doing halal trucks. And then it just became a huge like phenomenon. So like everywhere in New York now you can get like amazing food from these food carts, like street carts. And so that's what he's referring to. So
good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did Nadia's cherry as well. I had 0 subscribers before I was on FOS. FOS popping cherries since 2023.
Actually, more like 2022, but who's counting?
Who's counting? I guess you always remember your first. It's in the East Rutherford, New Jersey, like 10 minutes outside.
Rutherford, yeah. Okay, yeah. I've heard about it. I haven't been there. I heard they had like a whole, maybe like a Nickelodeon thing or something like that too.
Kevin would like to know if you've been to Lake Champlain? Champlain?
I feel like that's a movie reference. But
I don't know.
I think it's like a New York lake, but I have not. But I also think it's like a very specific part of a film reference. So
I feel like you are in New York City. You got to tell people to have a lovely day, like Tim Curry in Home Alone 2.
Oh my God, you can do a whole Home Alone tour here. You can like see all the places they shot everything.
Get out of here, you little pervert! Before I slap you, silly.
Yeah.
Laren, this was not asked. What is everyone's favorite movie set in New York?
I'm really bad with thinking on the spot.
I'm going to go with a movie that we did talk a little bit about. I think it's very underrated. The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 is one of my favorite New York movies. It doesn't display New York very highly. But,
that's okay. That's okay.
It's a movie not a lot of people talk about. Not a lot of people talk about that remake.
That's really, I've actually never thought about what would be my favorite movie set. I mean, I will say Annie Hall is probably my top 10 favorite movies of all time. So I would probably say that. But there's just, I mean, I would need like an hour to answer that question appropriately. Because I mean, so many movies are shot here.
King Kong.
King Kong. There you go.
That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one. Vinicio, the horror cholo. I'm way late.
Yes.
Hope everyone's doing well.
I've seen him on your other videos. So thank you for joining, Vinicio.
Yeah, he's great. Let's see here. Probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 90 or Jungle to Jungle, but there are so many.
Yes. My boyfriend is obsessed with the Ninja Turtles, and he has pointed out so many spots in New York when we're just walking around, and he's like, oh my God, they shot that scene there, and like this happened there. And like, yeah, it's awesome. I have like a personal tour guide of the Ninja Turtles films. So it's cool.
You also like the Colin Farrell movie.
Phone Booth.
Yeah.
Phone Booth.
I never saw that. Was that Wes Craven?
No, that's Joel Schumacher.
Joel Schumacher. Okay. Yeah.
It's a thriller that it can never happen anymore because it involves a payphone.
Yes, I remember the trailer. I never saw it.
Never pay for late pizza.
For pizza. That's good.
So I think that that's a good way to end it. Our favorite movie set in New York. Gone for almost 2 hours here. So first and foremost, we like to thank the chat, because without the chat, we don't really have FOS Live. So thank you to everybody that tuned in, and especially everybody that commented, because that means you've been subscribed for at least 20 minutes. So
yes,
we never ask to have anybody subscribe, but we did set the subscribers only mode so that we can keep out trolls and all that stuff. So the Safdie brothers do all their films in New York. Yeah, Uncut Gems.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But we like to, this was a great conversation. Thanks to all three of you. Have Tracy back soon. Dude, funny that you say that. All right. So look, coming up here, we got and this is for you, Laren, because I mean, you said have her back soon. So
it's just now.
We're doing a live watch along of Warm Bodies. And Laren, if you look down at the bottom right by that B, you might recognize somebody. So we're going to be having Nadia from Horror and More, Mika from Double Horror Pack and Double Feature Podcast, Jennifer from Jennifer Vega, and we have Tracy from Nerdy Film Girl joining us for Warm Bodies, which just got an incredible Lionsgate Steelbook. So very excited for that. And then, of course, once we can finalize schedules, The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler Girl making her triumphant return. We're going to be watching that movie because that's obviously one of the best romantic movies ever. So that's what's coming up. So you got your wish, Laren. You got your wish. Tracy will literally be back on the next stream.
Asking you shall receive.
Can I ask you guys one question before we jump off? Did you guys ever see Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Oh, no, everybody keeps talking about this movie.
Oh, you guys have to watch it. Like make that like a priority. It's one of the in the past decade, like for sure.
So this is the pact we're making tonight. We're going to watch Everything Everywhere All at Once, a super highly acclaimed film, and you're going to watch Premium Rush.
Yes, I will. Yes. I just wanted to, you guys will love it. So I just wanted to, it's very out there, but it's really, it's great. You'll love it. So that's all I have to say about it.
Wasn't it nominated for something?
It's nominated for everything.
Nominated for like everything. Yeah.
So.
It's phenomenal. And it's not like one of those nominations where like the Academy is just, praising a picture that shouldn't be recognized. No, it like deserves all of it. So yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like Birdman.
Birdman. Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Right? Birdman. Yeah. Birdman's so good. Have a good night, everyone. You too, Gavin. Laren has a good point here. See you on Huck's Trivia. Yes, we're going to be on Huck's channel, Huck's Pop Culture Cafe on Monday for couples night trivia.
Yeah, I'm watching a lot of romance movies.
She's been doing her romance movie homework.
I haven't been having fun. I'm just
it's all rom-com themed and romance themed. It's 4 couples battling it out, and we're one of them. So
I would love to watch that. Actually, I'm definitely going to.
I'll send you the link to Huck's channel. He does trivia nights, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh my god, I love trivia. Perfect.
Mizzy said he subscribed to your channel.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hope you all have a great safe night. I don't know what you meant there, Cody, but I got the gist, dude. Had a blast. We did too. Tracy has been everything that I hope she'd be and more. Bye, everyone in the chat. Take care. We got Max. Have a beautiful night, you awesome people. Max, right back at you.
Yes.
Loved having you here for this episode. The Wedding Singer will be there. Awesome, Gavin. See you there. Tracy is recommending some good movies, and I'm over here talking about Little Monsters.
Oh, no, Little Monsters is good, though. That wasn't a bad recommendation.
And good luck. Oh, on trivia. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully we get some people rooting for us. So we'll just stick around, Tracy. We're going to do a formal goodbye once the stream is over. But really quickly, in case anyone doesn't know where to find you, where can they find you?
Nerdy Film Girl on Instagram, and I don't really use Twitter that much, but it is Nerdy Film Girl with underscores. I guess YouTube and Instagram would be the only ones that make sense. So Nerdy Film Girl on both channels. So
and your Instagram is Nerdy Film Girl with no underscores, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure I got that little @ thing right at the bottom there.
Definitely, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, look, thank you for being here tonight and coming to us live from New York.
Yes.
I love, like, you cannot not say live from New York, not in an SNL voice. Like,
no,
it's
so good.
Doesn't feel right. Ladies and gentlemen, Tracy.
Thank you.
Have a great night. You too, Starships of Greatness. Thank you for being here and telling us you have a crush on Emma Stone. We really appreciate that.
Yes.
And good night, everyone. We'll end it with Kevin's good night, everyone. We'll be back on Monday on Huck's channel, but then we'll be back next week with our streams. And then, Laren, we're also going to be doing our friend mail unboxing live. We're not going to film that. We're gonna do a live stream for that. So look forward to that, Laren, because you sent us a really nice package. So we'll be doing that live, and Tracy will be back. Well, hold on. There we go. Tracy will be back on Warm Bodies. So a lot of cool stuff coming up. Any last words you'd like to say, Tracy, before we round it out?
No, thank you so much for this opportunity. I think you guys are amazing. I love your channel, and I've been watching everything since you've reached out, and I'm just so blessed and thrilled to be on this channel. So thank you so much again.
Yes, it's the start of something new, as a High School Musical once put it.
I was gonna say it's the start of a beautiful friendship.
And it's the start of a beautiful friendship. Yes.
We're all in this together. You know?
We're all in this together. All right, everybody. With that, we're out of here. We'll see you soon. And until we do, there's one thing you got to do, and that is keep being fans of something.